If I wear that jacket, people are gonna think I was running down a van. You know what I'm saying?
They're saying, oh, why would he have not used the 16k? Why wouldn't he have sold it, got the 16k and done more for the charity with that? Shut up!
You can't win.
Just shut up!
People don't like the fact that they didn't think of it. It's tyrannical. What the government's trying to do is tyrannical, bro.
That's a big word. What does that mean then?
Tyranny. You know about tyranny?
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I've never heard. I've never seen.
Come on, fam.
Dropped out of school though.
Okay. Only a few people that man will box in a celebrity boxing match.
He told them to investigate him.
Who are you fighting? Boris Johnson. There's absolutely no reason to ever put your saliva on the next person's face.
I don't know what he was thinking.
What are you doing in that situation?
What do you mean, what am I doing in that situation?
You're on stage. Yeah, the pastor, he just goes...
Oh, we're doing a little quick episode today. Brought to you by... We need a product. We need a product of some sort.
Yeah, brands hit us up, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up.
We're not starting there.
It's not starting where?
Because you always come on this macho man as soon as we start recording. It's like, bro...
What do you mean macho man? I said hit me up. Brands hit me up. What are you
Why
talking
can't
about?
they hit me up?
Anyway, welcome back to the On The Rocks podcast.
Yes, sir.
Myself, Sav, and Sam, we're locked in. Once again, as we always say, I beg you, please, yeah? I beg you, like the video, yeah? Comment, something, just anything. You know what I'm saying?
If you've watched it, if you're watching right now, just like it.
Help us with the algorithm, yeah? If you're watching it, then you probably know us. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do the right thing.
That's what even makes it worse.
Do the right thing.
And the girl them and you're not supporting, but it's all good. How you doing?
Right thing.
Bro?
I'm good, my bro. I'm all right. I've been living through you vicariously, bro. I see you living life in Turkey and places.
I was gonna say something
there.
but I've grown up now.
You was gonna say what?
I was gonna say something silly and a bit childish, but I've grown up now.
I don't think you have, because the fact you were still thinking it, you just decided not to say it.
No, but I'm telling you, I'm showing you the growth. And you said in Turkey was a very uplifting and different experience, because I told you this year, a big challenge that I'm gonna set myself is having less time on social media. Yeah, so out there, I think I spent a few hours a day max on social media. Yeah, and it just felt so much better. I felt like I was just out of touch with the world, even though I was in the world. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit weird, but yeah, it was quality, man.
I hear what you're saying. Turkey's a lovely place. I've been once. It's the kind of place you kind of lose yourself a little bit. I don't know if it was the same for you, but the area of Turkey where I was...
Where did you go?
Bodrum.
Oh, never.
Not very touristy over there. Like, it was quite chilled out. It was kind of... What's the best way to describe it? It's like... Rural is not the right word. It's not rural, but... It's quiet. Peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Those holidays... needed every now and then.
That's how Antalya felt though, because they're not in their tourist period. And when I was speaking to some of their the people that are working out there, they said that obviously since COVID they've not had that many people come from other countries. So like it was just really quiet, but it was a good quiet, because when you go into a restaurant, we went into a few restaurants, and like the service was just amazing, bro. They treat you like you're royalty. And it's like, no, they obviously you would give them like a cheeky tip or whatever, but they wouldn't expect it. It's not like it's added or anything. It's just like we want you to, we just want you to have a great experience. And honestly, if you haven't been to Turkey, you should put it on your list still, because
I know you was gemming it as well. I know you was out there like, yeah, I'm actually a king, like and I know your thing already. I know what you're like, bro.
Oh no, to be fair, they don't like. It's not even that. It's just when you walk in to anywhere. The only thing though, they've got a lot of Reebok clothes and fake arms. And I swear to you, I went on one tour. He took us to see a few mountains, took us to see a few waterfalls in Turkey, some of the landmarks, whatever. And then a good 30 minutes of the tour, he took us to one marketplace that had bare of these boys that were just selling different things. Bro. Walked into one shop here, and they were like, oh, all of this stuff, we've got Adidas, we've got Nike, we've got Stone Island. He's like, none of it's real, but the quality. And when he said the quality, honestly, two people walked out. They had a show. They had a jumper that they were holding together. They put water in the middle of the jumper, and the water was just on top of it, and it wasn't like soaking into it. And then they went away, and I was like, "You guys have done this before."
Of course, bro.
As soon as he walked out, I walked out with him. I'm not trying to get swindled by anyone.
Yeah, these men are our salesmen, bro.
Yeah.
When I was in Bodrum, I went into one shop. It was like bare different things. You had belts, wallets, different accessories, hats, bags, all this stuff. Cool.
YSL.
So, brother, there was a wallet, bro. On my life, there's a wallet there. On the wallet, it said LV and Gucci and Prada, bro, on the same wallet. And he said, bro, I'll give you good price, extras cheaper. I'm thinking, my brother.
Nah, it's mad. It's mad.
Bro.
The only thing I liked about it is the fact that he was honest. They didn't try to say it was real. They were like, this is the best kind of fake thing that you will ever get, the best quality fake. Because some man are actually just on, like, they will, if it's good fake, that they will cop it.
I hear it. I mean, that's not really my thing, but I hear it. If that's your thing, that's your thing, innit?
Yeah.
We've got a lot to get through today, so I'm glad you had a good holiday, but on to the next thing, innit?
Thanks, man. Thanks. Don't do it like that. I thought you really cared about me then. But yeah, in terms of what we're going to talk about, we might as well start in fashion anyway.
Cool.
Cortez. Woo!
I tell you what.
I want to get something from them, but every time the website, they come out with something, it just sells out all the time, bro.
Bro, I think it was Lippy said it best, yeah? I can't wear that jacket now, bro. If I wear that jacket, people are gonna think I was running down a van. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you're not. But nah. I think not even in that, just that, because the clothes that they do are wavy. But that whole marketing plan was amazing, bro.
I rate their thing differently.
They do that anyway. He's been doing that with the ballies, with the jumpers. You see him holding tickets and people are chasing and stuff like that. That's the culture that he's basically building with his brand, yeah. But I think because that got a lot of traction, because he was obviously doing the exchange with the North Faces, someone exchanged like the Nocta Nike thing, and everyone was just like, "Why are you gonna exchange $650 for?" It's like, bro, he doesn't see value in the Nocta anymore. He wants the Cortez, and let him want that. Like, let him want it. Why are people so onto him, man? Because he wants something that he sees value in. Obviously, he's gonna feel much better in that new jacket than he felt in the Nocta thing, man.
Man are just pressed about things that they don't have control of, innit? So like, you see that situation, a man will think, I'd never do that, but you don't have a Nocta jacket. Yeah. So how are you gonna know whether you do it or not? Yeah. Like, just more opinions for opinion's sake.
Yeah. Nah. Online, it was getting toxic. But then the thing that I like about how he responded is like he can clearly see it because he's locked into social media and that. But he had a plan. He put a picture of what he was gonna do with it when he thought of it, the van, giving it to charity and everything. So after everyone was like, he's just swindled you lot, he's got 16k worth of jackets and he's gonna just pocket it or whatever. Now he's giving it to the charity. They're saying, why would he have not used the 16k? Why wouldn't he have sold it, got the 16k and done more for the charity with that? And it's like, shut up!
You can't win.
Just shut up!
You can't win, bro.
Like, I try so hard not to respond to people online when I see stupid opinions like that, because it's like, why are you writing paragraphs about something you have nothing to do with? You didn't even know of this without him even doing it. Just stop talking.
And bro, do you know what the funniest thing is? You are damned if you do, and you are damned if you don't.
It's madness.
There's nothing he could have done in that situation which would have meant that he would have got no haters, right? You're always going to have a hater. Whether it's 5, 10 or 15, 20,000, there's going to be haters, innit? Yeah. And what he did was sick. When you do something sick, people hate it.
It's weird though,
people don't like the fact that they didn't think of it. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're not going to think like... It's just the only thing that was of it, man, them jumping fences that didn't look very sustainable. Like, if they had dropped and might not have even got a jacket, that's a bit mad.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
What was so funny, I think, who was it? Was it the same knock to you? It was like, I feel like I'm first in the draft pick or something. Man, just back the jacket off.
Hey, no, that was funny. That was funny, man. But
back the jacket off.
I proper feel them, man, because that was...
They're next up. It's not even, they're here now, innit? It's not even next up. They're here, innit?
Yeah.
Like, when you talk about hype brands now, and your Supremes and your Patters and whatever, there's bare different ones, innit?
Yeah.
Them man are established.
Yeah.
Yeah, big them up. I rate their team
respect
differently.
their team.
They've been
if
jogging.
if anyone can, help me with a few links because I want a jumper of some sort. I like the logo, but genuinely like I'm just not like the people. There was queues of people. You only had 50 jackets. There was that it looked like there was thousands of people in it. So yeah, if anyone can pattern me, that would be great. Anyway, moving on to
swiftly.
The next thing. Where should we even go? Because there's a few madnesses
there's a lot, bro.
There's a few should we start with the AFTV? Let's start with AFTV.
If you want to go there, we can go
It's
there.
not really AFTV. Let me not do that because that's wrong. It's DT.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, the reason why I put this down, or I said we should talk about this, is because there's something that came from this that I didn't really like. And that's why I said AFTV in the first place. Obviously, he's associated with the brand. He helped them come up. He's been a long-lasting contributor on the channel, yeah. And I think he featured at the beginning of the year. He was on it, I think, the first. And then he said that he was going through mental health problems. And then it came out that this was what was really going on. He's gone to prison for kidnapping and abusing his old partner. Is
it ex-wife or is it ex-girlfriend?
Ex-wife or girlfriend, but they've got kids together or something.
Yeah.
So obviously that situation's happened now, and people are like, "Oh, AFTV knew, Robbie knew. They're sick. Why you shouldn't support this guy and all." And it's just like, why are people like? Every time something happens with someone that's been on that show, people are always constantly trying to bring man down, and it's just like, why are you trying to do that to man?
You just can't know whether he knew or not, right? And whether he this is the thing.
He doesn't strike me as a man that will do that though. What does except from a few thousand views, are you really gonna tell me he's gonna have someone that's gonna be convicted? Because if he knew of that case, you telling me that he's gonna have man on the show laughing about Arsenal when really and truly he's a criminal, bro.
And you'd like to think that that's not the case, but I feel like people always assume the worst about a person. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially when Robbie himself, I feel like because of the brand he's associated with, Arsenal Fan TV is a very hated platform anyway. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's naturally gonna be somebody who garners that hate from outsiders. Like we've said it before. AFTV is probably the only fan channel that other fans watch. Like you get Chelsea, United, City fans watching AFTV because they just find it entertaining.
Yeah.
So it's not just Arsenal fans that are being shone a light on. Sorry, it's not just AFTV that's being shone a light on. It's him as well because he is the face of it. So it's to be expected in that situation. But my man is just a wrong 'un.
No, he's a wrong 'un.
You see, my man. Anything to do with women, yeah, you've abused a woman in some way. You deserve everything that's coming to you.
No, he put a statement out saying, everyone's seen what's going on. He said something like he had a 9-minute moment of madness and it shouldn't define him basically. And I'm not one to say that everyone should just be cancelled for certain things here, but unfortunately, fella, you've done something in that moment of madness that is crazy,
bro.
Like if the reports are true about everything that happened,
kidnapping, bro,
you're kidnapping someone because they've moved on from you, yeah. So and this is something that we've seen other stories like that before of this man moving vex, getting private investigators, going through phones, changing passwords, holding footage hostage, and that. Fam, pattern up, man.
Fam.
I understand being in love. Not gonna lie to you, the love can make man do crazy
that's
things.
That's not love, though. That's not being in love.
It's
obsession, bro.
Yeah, it's what's the word?
Obsession, fam.
Yeah, it is obsession. But
he
there's
was obviously obsessed with the woman.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He wouldn't let her move on, and there are enough men out there like that.
And they have kids together. It's nuts. How are your kids gonna look at you knowing that you tried to kidnap their mum and try to beat up who she's with now?
Crazy. Man's last name's good enough.
Yeah, that's a mad surname,
bro.
How is that even a surname?
I don't know,
though?
but it's not good enough. It's not good enough, fam. It's not good enough, bro. It's not.
We shouldn't even be laughing.
No, I know,
but he's been convicted in it.
Yeah.
So, do his time. I don't think he will ever see him on any platform again. Because you can't come back from this and start talking Arsenal in it.
No,
you can't.
The only thing that you can make content about now is educating people on how not to
change.
Do what you did.
Yeah, how to change.
That's the only content.
The reality is, the type of character he had on those platforms, people are like, he's always had a screw loose. I've bucked him a few times. He's an interesting character. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to say I thought that he's capable of doing that madness, but not going to lie. If you, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a bit mad. So yeah, that situation is he done it in it, but don't put it on Robbie because that's just
I hear it.
That's just stupid.
I
Next, unvaccinated NHS staff gonna be fired from, is it April the 10th?
I think that's what the date that I heard. There's been obviously them protests outside.
How do you feel about that as an unvaccinated individual?
I think it's ridiculous that anybody should have to lose their job over that. But I feel like, just before we even get into that, did you see the videos of like people throwing their
Yeah, I respect that.
Cool. So for context, when people who don't know what we're talking about, a few NHS workers went to Downing Street and threw their scrubs. I think it was their scrubs.
Yeah.
Basically in protest to say, you're telling me that after that date, I'm not going to be able to work because I'm unvaccinated. Again, I just feel like it's more of the same. I've said to you before, I cannot and will not ever be forced to do something. Anytime you're forcing somebody to do something, it becomes a little bit of a dictatorship, and I don't want to be involved in a society like that.
Yeah, and you know why it's even worse? It's like, bro, these people genuinely risked their lives in the worst, when COVID was the worst it was has ever been. Like, we didn't know of a vaccine. We didn't know of when the end was going to be. We saw videos of the stuff that they had to put on their faces, the mask, the abuse to a certain extent that they had to go through with a lot of patients. We saw patients being upset because they might have had to, the hospitals were overpacked. They had to deal with that, then deal with saving lives. And now you're telling me that they're not going to be able to work because they're not vaccinated. A choice that they have made. It's like, it's crazy still. Like, I don't care if you're vaccinated or unvaccinated. If you think that this is right, then you're wrong in it. Because everyone deserves to have a choice with this type of thing in it.
The government decides to make heroes out of people and demonize people whenever they feel like it. Like, they turned the NHS workers into heroes. Clap for the NHS, yeah?
Which was even
which was a joke thing.
Which was a
joke.
Pay them more.
But they tried to make them into heroes. Yeah. Cool. So you've tried to do that. Now you've tried to demonize them by saying that they're putting lives at risk by not getting vaccinated. These were the people that were front line, key workers. And now you're forcing them to do something they don't want to do, and you're therefore going to make them redundant, sack them off. Like, bro, it's tyrannical. What the government's trying to do is tyrannical, bro.
That's a big word. What does that mean then?
Tyranny. You know about tyranny?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I've never seen.
Come on, fam.
You dropped out of school though.
Okay.
Listen, but do you actually read dictionaries, or do you just like?
I'm a wordsmith, bro.
Now that's good, man. Tyrannical. I might use that in the future.
I'm a
but
wordsmith.
it genuinely is, and it's one of them ones where it's like, I want to see what happens, because we've seen the protests about these things and how the public react to things like this. I understand that there's a large group of people that are telling people that they should get vaccinated, the pros and not necessarily the cons or whatever. But no one can think that this is right, man. Like, you can't tell me that they've worked frontline, like you said. They've risked their lives. Some of them, some of these doctors, they genuinely know their body more than a lot of the government officials, and they're saying that because I've worked in this environment for a few years or whatever, the immunity that their bodies, or the things that their bodies is now basically is completely different to what it was beforehand. So they don't necessarily need to take the vaccine. So if that's how they feel, let them feel that way. If people want to take the vaccine and want to feel safer, let them feel that way.
100%.
Like, you can't tell me we have to do this when we've got a man in government that is having parties, that is now known to be having parties every single week, and is even saying that investigate me.
Bro,
he told them to investigate him.
Do you know what the maddest thing is? A man said, nobody told me I couldn't do that.
You said it to us.
Yeah, sorry.
Joke, man.
Sorry, you are the Prime Minister. You are the most powerful man in the country. Or so he says. Yeah? And you're telling me that nobody told you. Nobody tells you, bro. You tell people. Are you fucking, like, do you know how vexed I was when I heard that?
Nah, he gets me. I've said it before. He is the one man that gets me so mad. Like that I actually don't know. I don't know him.
There's only a few people that man will box in a celebrity boxing match. You know, like, if somebody said, that's one celebrity boxing match, Who you fighting?
Yeah, give me Boris.
Boris
Give me
Johnson.
Boris. Give me Boris still.
Yeah, I am going to finish him.
Yeah. Because what he's done when he was in that parliament, when they were sticking it on him, and it was just like, "No, investigation's going to happen. Just wait until that happens." These times, bro, they've been exposing more and more parties.
Bro,
party here, my birthday,
wine and
30
cheese.
man link up. Yeah, nah, he's good.
buying it.
He actually took the piss.
Fam.
If he stays in charge, bro, if they say, someone really says we all need to come out and have a moment where we just outside of number 10, I'm actually on rolling. Bro.
I'm not trying to get shot, bro.
No. They won't shoot. I'm on rolling because change needs to happen. I can't see him in that position anymore, innit?
Like, man will look at me. I look kind of Muslim. like you get it. It won't go well for me. All right. I'm not going to get shot over Boris Johnson, but I would box him for free. Yeah. You wouldn't even have to pay me. I'd box him, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. There's just so much up in the air. He's under investigation. Now he's saying that people don't need to, if you are vaccinated, you don't need to get COVID tests when you fly in, whatever. Yeah. But then you're saying that people in the NHS have to. It's like there's so many different rules that just aren't making sense. It's like they're being formed as he's going along. And it's like, bro, pattern up, man. Someone needs to. I don't understand how a man could be so bad at his job and still have it, bro. We see in football, like, I know this is not the same example, but bro, if you're not doing your job well enough, you're getting relegated in that, you're going to get sacked. Look at Ranieri. 3 months out.
Brother. But you know what? Do you know the other thing I didn't even mention as well? Bro, the government are changing constantly the rules and guidelines and restrictions around COVID, right? So what's to say in a year's time, they say that there is actually no need to have the vaccine, and then you've gone and sacked people because they ain't got the vaccine? Because that is a genuine possibility.
Yeah, it is.
These men flip-flop so consistently that you don't know what will and won't be required 365 days from today. So if I was an NHS worker,
if that's how you feel, you genuinely feel like you don't want to get the vaccine,
don't get it. And just to be clear, because we live in a mad society right now. When I said I look Muslim, I'm just let me just make sure I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm saying that people really do persecute Muslims, innit? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Because I know there's some man out there like, what's man saying? It's not that thing, bro.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go on to the next man in power that took the absolute mick. I was gonna say he spat on his anointing, and genuinely,
fam,
I don't know what he was thinking.
What are you doing in that situation?
What do you mean, what am I doing in that situation? You think a man...
Wait. So you're on stage, yeah? Let's say you're on stage. You're on stage. Yeah, the pastor, he just goes...
Oh. I'll look at him like, bro, are you good?
Spits in his hand and lathers it all over your face.
Nah, that's when...
Fam, God or no God, I'm right hooking you.
No, as in something really will go down on that altar that I wouldn't be able to go into that church again. Yeah, because that would be full on swings. But it was his brother.
Even worse.
But for those of you that don't know, yeah, Mike Todd, a very renowned pastor that has got a lot of social media clips online because of the way he preaches. He relates it to a lot of things, and he basically was preaching, was talking about a situation. I can't remember what the situation was in the Bible. I think when Jesus spat on the ground. If you guys know the passage, like, let me know in the comments, But he said he wanted to perform that same thing for his brother, and a man spat in his hand. He mixed something in it, I think. I didn't really watch it. I just saw the spit in the hand and I stopped watching it. He spat in his hand. Think he mixed something and then he put it on his brother's face. Yeah. And like, for me, I've seen a few arguments. One argument that was interesting is people saying that if Jesus was alive today, a lot of the things that he would have done back then now would have been looked at like it was crazy. Another argument was Mike Todd is not Jesus. So We can say that we want to be like him, but we've also got to understand in generations things change. Do you know what I mean? And another thing is the scripture that he was talking about. Jesus didn't spit on no one's face. He didn't spit in his hand and put on anyone's face. So it's like, why? I just want to know why he thought that was calm, because he came out with a video and he said that he saw the video and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I do extreme things and I took it too far. And it's like, bro, you should have known as soon as that spit landed on your hand that it's too far.
When is it ever okay to do that? There's absolutely no reason to ever put your saliva on the next person's face.
Gosh.
And you know, we're not even going to get into that right now because we're talking about God. But there's some people who do that in certain other situations as well, right? Me personally, it's not really my thing. Some people might enjoy that sort of thing. In that particular context, it's not okay, in my opinion, innit? Yeah, his brother consented to it. So who are we to say?
No. For me, see, I'm a Christian. Yeah. So if I see that in a church, like there's a lot of things that go on nowadays, yeah, that people are saying false prophets, this, that. I never really want to like crucify or slam people to an extent where they can't recover. But at the same time, I feel like in this era, it's very easy to get once you've got a status within a crowd, it's very easy to take that and just run wild. And one thing that he's done that I've seen, he relates a lot of his messages to what's going on social media and stuff, almost as if like he said, I remember I saw something, he related a sermon to, what was that challenge we were talking about last week with Horner? The silhouette challenge. He was like, if you're doing a silhouette challenge, but you're not able to read your Bible, like that type of message. And it's like, I hear it, but I also don't, because at the same time, it's just like, bro, that just speak to me about God. I don't know. Because people are still going to listen to man.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to tell people what to do or what not to do. But for me, if I see something like that, a man of God do something like that, I'm out. I'm not staying there. I'm not waiting to see what you do next, because there's other clips that he's had that have been a bit questionable. Not going to go into it because that's another conversation in itself. But yeah, that was just very strange, and I'm happy that people. I'm glad he
was made to apologize, because that's a mad thing. You get me? And you're making it seem very weird. You're making, because for some people who are not into religion it might be the first example of a church experience that it's weird.
A man spit on his brother's face.
Yeah, it's very mad.
And he's just that.
It's
people
very
in
mad.
the crowd were even like,
it's very mad. It's very mad. But bro, I feel like hopefully the fact that he apologized, they made it clear that this was a mad thing that I did. People ain't tainted on their thing of church. You get what I'm saying? But fam, I know it's a quicker episode today, but we're time constrained. There's things going on behind the scenes. You get me? But if you enjoyed the episode, please do like, subscribe, comment on the video, let us know what you think. It definitely is, for sure it is. But I'm glad, because I was kind of getting bored of what you were saying anyway. So
about God, about the Holy Spirit, that is terrible. Yeah, no, but we're back.
We're back every Sunday, every single Sunday. You get me? So tune in.